Hi, my name's Trev Hutchings and this is the Stagg Laptop Stand. If you're going to play live with a Vortex Wireless 2 and you're going to connect it to a laptop, you're going to need something like this, a Stagg Laptop Stand. Inside the box you'll find a stand, a laptop shelf, a mouse shelf and two laptop clips. With the clips you need to take the end off and then put the clips onto the shelf. They're slotted so that when you put them in you can then slide them up and down. Unfortunately they don't stay in place, so they end up back in the middle section. The stand has an adjustable pole. Once you've chosen a height for the stand, you can put the mouse shelf on. Then finally, you can add the laptop shelf. Then finally, you can add the laptop. The laptop stand is pretty sturdy, but there is a bit of play in the laptop shelf. The laptop shelf itself is pretty easy to adjust, and so is adjusting the height. Even when it's set up, you can still quite easily move it up and down. And if you're playing something like the Vortex, it's pretty good to have it be able to be up so high so that you can easily look and make the changes you need to on the laptop while still playing. The smaller shelf comes in handy if you're someone who uses a digital audio interface. All in all, it's a pretty good laptop stand, but if you're going to be gigging with it, it does weigh 6 kilos, so you won't want to be carrying it too far. And with the smaller shelf in place, it can be pretty awkward. So is the Stagg laptop stand worth buying? Well, it's got some features that I do like. There's a ridge along the front here, so the laptop can't slide off the front. It's got the two clips on the top of the laptop, which means this laptop really isn't going anywhere. It's got 4 holes along the back here, which are about 2 inches in width, and they're good because you can drop your cables through there and keep the cables pretty tidy. The legs, the legs go out quite wide, which gives it a good, nice, stable base. I do like the fact that you can have it up as high as this, so that you can be playing a guitar and still be changing things on here without having to crouch down or anything. If I was gigging with this, it does weigh quite a bit, but I think it's a kind of balance there. I think if it was lighter, it wouldn't be as sturdy, and I wouldn't trust it quite as much as I would do on stage. The only thing I would say, that if I was going to gig with it, I would leave this small mouse shelf at home. Once it's fitted, it sticks out and there's no way of folding it down. And yes, you could take the top off and then take this off, put the top back on, and all the rest of it, but I think just for convenience sake, I would leave the mouse tray at home, particularly because I found that I can get my laptop on the top and still have enough room at the side for a digital audio interface next to it. So from my point of view, for gigging, yes, I think it's worth it. Round the studio, I also find it's worth it round the studio as well. It gets set up and it stays in its place, but it's easily picked up in one piece and moved around the studio to wherever I need it. So if I've decided to stand somewhere else in the studio to use my guitar, I can pick it up and take it with me, and that's really convenient. It's pretty robust. Yes, the top moves slightly, but there's enough sturdiness to it to be able to actually stand next to it and type away merrily for hours, really, without any problems. So yes, I can't think of much else that you could use in a on-stage environment as an alternative to a stand like this. You could possibly use an amp stand if it's wide enough for your laptop, but then if it gets knocked, your laptop's going to go flying. So for the kind of money these things cost, I would say this is definitely worth it. If you've enjoyed this video, do give us a thumbs up and click on that subscribe button. Cheers.